welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is the new moon reading in Gemini for the 5th/6th of June, I think. I will check it and put the dates, but I just thought I'd come outside as it's a nice day, but I think the sun's in my eyes plus the horrors are going past, so hey ho. But yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel, new and old, and thank you for all of you who's had a reading with me. I really appreciate it, and I'm honoured that you share your vulnerabilities with me. And about the readings the last couple of weeks, you know, sorry for those I didn't do a reading for, but that was in your best interest. And I am back now and raring to go, and I'm excited and looking forward to doing this new moon reading in Gemini. So I'll go into it now. Okay, let's get going then. This is for the Gemini new moon on the 5th of June 2016. Gemini, we will be going into Gemini as well, so that's interesting. But I just wanted to talk about the Mercury retrograde, because obviously we would have been out of it, but I am recording this on the 16th of May. So Mercury retrogrades are all about making something that's unconscious conscious, you know, so that it helps you to deal with what you need to deal with over the next 3 months to keep you on the right path, so that you're then ready for the next Mercury retrograde and that lesson, basically. Well, that's how I see it anyway. Am I recording? Yes. So I'll share my lesson with you. I did ask, you know, what's unconscious that's trying to be made conscious? What is this lesson for me? And the 5 of Swords came out, and the Queen of Cups. So for me, it's about, because this is the defeat card. So I'm having to learn not to feel defeated, where, you know, my own Queen of Cups, my own feelings are concerned about, you know, giving compassion and wanting that in return. So I need to change my thinking, because this is the, you know, swords are about thoughts. I need to change my thinking around how I feel and how I see things, so that I don't feel defeated. It goes back to those other readings. It's all about self-worth and that. So, you know, and Sag, because like I said, Sag is in, we've got a full moon in Sag, and then this new moon in Gemini, and then another full moon in Sag. So and Gemini's all about communication. So, and Sagittarius is about the truth seeker. So, you know, it's about seeking out your own truth, what's right for you, where your romance, your love relationships are concerned. So, but that's my lessons really, is what I've been working with this Mercury retrograde in Taurus, as well as the Mars retrograde in Sagittarius and Scorpio. So this is part of it as well. So I thought I'd share that with you, so maybe you can ask yourself, you know, what lessons, what was trying to be made conscious for you. So the Gemini represents the Lovers cards, number 6 in the tarot deck. You know, it's all about choices really, and Gemini, its ruler is Mercury again, so it's all about communication. You know, it's the twins, it's that duality, and you know, black, white, hot, cold, that sort of world that we live in, really. You know, this is the universe card also. So on this one, on the Crowley deck, it's called the universe card, as to you know, what it's about. It's the universe steps in. Oh, why am I telling you that? I've jumped the gun. Right, how I see it, I'll leave that there for a minute. But yeah, the Lovers card is, it goes back to the Aquarius new moon reading, where it was about a new concept because of you know, how we see things, and the twin thing, and maybe try and have a little bit of a different perspective on it, is what it is. That Aquarius new moon was the sword of truth, and it was about, you know, Aquarius is about thinking outside of the box and having you know, a different perception, a different concept around it. So maybe instead of labeling relationships and naming them, maybe it's better to you know, you're having an experience, and that experience, maybe we could just call it, you know, love, the experience of love, rather than getting caught up in you know, what it's all about, because that, you know, the Lovers cards is about choices and relationships, really. You know, this is Adam and Eve in the garden. You got the angel. This is Adam and Eve, and, you know, the temptation and all that story. But I don't want to get into, you know, shaming and blaming sort of energies, really. It's just the journey of life. So what I wanted to say was, on the Mars retrograde one that I just did, I brought some roses, and normally you get like 12, a dozen, but there wasn't, there was 11. So I just wanted to share my perception of what I see, what 11 means for me, and of course it will mean different for everybody. So I thought it was interesting that there was 11 roses. So that was saying something to me. But as for, you know, 1111, I believe that, because 11 is a master's number and 22 is a master's number. So I believe it's about transformation, and, you know, like that high quality master transformation. You know, there's really something important going on, because when my beloved, and talking about soulmates, when my beloved Shelby, my Labrador dog, she's in my book, I've wrote about her, so I won't say too much here. You know, she was born on the 13th of October 1995, and so under the star sign Libra, which is you know, is the Justice card, comes under Libra. And I'm not sure, in some decks it's number 8, in some decks it's number 11, but I see it as number 11. So, you know, the number 11 is about justice, the scales being balanced. Libra is, you know, about, again, it's that 7th house, it's relationships. And this is why my beloved Shelby came in. The most deepest bond I could ever imagine I had with her. She was with me for nearly 15 years. And, you know, she didn't come under the star sign Libra for nothing. And 13 for me is lucky, because I see it as 1 and 3 is 4, which is stability. But, you know, the Justice card, I see number 11. When I see that, I think of justice when it's 11 on its own. When it's 11:11, then you know, that's double it, and then the 11:11 22 equals the last card in the tarot, which is the world card, the universe card, which is, you know, can represent the ultimate partner, but the ultimate partner is with yourself first. So that's how I see the numbers, you know, and it's about completion. You've completed something, some karmic stuff where relationships are concerned. When I see that anyway, well, a bit more than that as well. But she, bless her, the day, it was 11 months to the near enough to the day that before she became poorly, and I took her to the vets, and she was nearly 15. She was 14 years 7 months, and they wanted to take her then, and only those who know what a deep bond they've had with their pet will understand where I'm coming from. You know, they wanted to take her then, and I said, no, I'm not ready. And I used those words, I'm not ready. It was about the ego, and I wasn't ready. And luckily, well, Spirit gave me another 11 months with her. And then I knew on the day that I'd got an email about 11/11, which was back in 2010, 19th of May, she went. And I'm going to Glastonbury this Thursday on the 19th of May to do the Archangel Michael reading. And it said I would get a sign, I'd get a message, and I did. This message came through about Shelby because her tail had dropped that morning, and you know, and it came through at 11:11. So I knew that it was time for her to go. And as soon as I spoke to the vet, he said it's time, you know. So I knew it was a message from Spirit, and that was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, was to be with her. But I knew I had to be the observer. I had to get out of my ego, and I had to be the observer, and I had to do what was right for her, not me, what was right for her. And I believe in my heart that I did what was right for her, and that was 11:11. That was the sign, the message for her. So it's about a deep bond, and she was my true soulmate. I tell the whole story in my book. You know, the most, you know, God backwards, dog backwards is God. You know, full of grace, full of unconditional love, and came to me just as I needed her. She came to me. So, true soulmates. And then my daughter, just as I was speaking about her then, I had a message come through on my phone from my daughter. So how spooky is that? But we were, you'll see this because it would have been on the, I'll put it on the cover. But my daughter, she texts me one day about being an invigilator for the students at her college, and the message came through at 11:11, and an invigilator means you know, watching over students, and in Latin it means stay awake. So watching over students stay awake whilst they're going through an exam, Saturn, a test. So I read it all symbolically. And then the next day she booked tickets for Mamma Mia, and the tickets and the booking ticket time was 11:11 again. And because I said to her what I said the day before, she said, oh, Mama adjusted it, and it was 11:11, spooky enough. And then we went to see Mamma Mia, which is about a mother and daughter relationship and a deep bond. you know, we got to the car park. This is where the car park was. You can see me taking a photo and there's cars there. But she suddenly stopped and she said, oh, I don't think we're going yet. I'll reverse back and we'll just wait here for a minute. And as we did that, we both had to look that way so she could reverse. And we saw this. I said, oh, well, that's why I need to take this picture. You know, it's got yellow and it's got blue. The yellow is the solar plexus, which is about self-esteem, the yellow brick road, as I call it, of self-esteem. And then you've got the blue, which is the throat chakra. And, you know, it's about your inner power and speaking your truth. So, you know, and I looked at her and I thought, every occasion where 1111 was, it was either to do with my pet, which I had a deep bond with, or my daughter, which is 1111. So, you know, I just said, Gemini, the twins, I need to sort of, because people have been asking me my opinion on it, but it is just my opinion on it. You know, and I see like that girl Malala, I don't know if I pronounce it properly, Malala, and her father, you know, that you have a mission, you have a deep connection, a deep bond. And the girl that was shot in the head, and she wanted, you know, for I think it was mainly young women, I'm not sure, that, you know, wanted to learn to write education, and, you know, she survived and they've gone on to, it's a big mission, you know. So what else did I want to say? And also, you know, like my sisters, they're twins, and they're one's more masculine than the other, and they've had to, it's not been an easy road, they've had to learn to accept each other because they're identical twins. They've had to accept each other, and that they are different. They do have their individuality, you know, even though they were in the same sack in the womb, but they've had to learn, you know, that they are individual. They are different to each other, and that's the same for us. So, but the Mars retrograde, that Demolition Man, that film was all about, and at the end you see the towers being blown up. It's all about breaking down, you know, perceptions, and you know, trying to have the experience rather than naming it. That's how I saw that film anyway. So you know, we all have our different perceptions, and then basically for me, you know, it's about about soulmates. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain, and that's what our relationships are about. And also sort of like Mercury retrogrades, we can't not, or Mars retrograde or whatever, we can't not live our lives, you know. We have to still participate, but it's all about knowing yourself, really, knowing yourself and knowing another. But you know, we have the tools. There's an umbrella for protection and the right footwear, you know, and as long as you have your tools symbolically, where your relationships are concerned, you know, you can confidently step out, and rain washes and cleanses, is pure, you know. So, but I see it as I say it in my book, as the dance partners. I just want to say, anything I mention about my book, it is all copyrighted, so I don't mind people using what they've heard in my videos, as long as they refer people back to this video, or put a link for my website, if there's anything on my website that you're, you know, using for your own sites or whatever. So, you know, the soul contract, we agree, these are our dance partners. This is how I see it. In the olden days, they used to have, you know, they used to have a list, and they used to have, the men used to write down how many dance partners they would have, you see. But I'm doing it symbolically, like a soul contract before we come here. And all our soulmates are dance partners. And, you know, so-and-so comes along at a certain age, and he helps you with maybe 1 or 2 steps. And then you go on to, you know, another age, and then what you've learnt with them, another person comes in, and or not, and shows you what you still haven't learnt with them, and then somebody else comes in and shows you maybe something what was missing in that relationship. You know, you start to wake up, and another one, which, you know, can be, that's what I mean, I don't want to name anything. And, you know, I see it as I keep it simple, sort of 2 really. There's the karmic, where they are the lesson, and, you know, they can leave you on your knees, because they're the mirror image back to you, what you're needing to learn about yourself. And, you know, they can knock you to your feet, and you know, it's hard work. And then you've got the more destined relationship, or the more karma soulmate relationships, where, you know, they support you, they're loving and kind, and they support you in the lessons, and vice versa, you do too. So, you know, and I've experienced both, I can assure you. I just don't want to put names to or labels to them. It was an experience, and that's all I'm saying. It was an experience. And they did say, after the one sort of around the age of 42, which was a real awakening, you know, that, and I thought I would never want to go through that again, and I wouldn't even consider being with that person now, because I'm not the same person. But the person that came after that was totally different, and you know, a total different energy. And I was told that that was my last test, and obviously the final test about loving myself, really. So you know, that's how I see it. They're dance partners. They help you learn a step, and they help you get to a certain completion, where you know, hopefully you meet somebody where you can practice those steps with. They've learnt them too. Anyway, let's get to the reading. But Spirit wanted me to say what I needed to say today. So as in the Mars retrograde. So let's put these all to one side and get on with the reading. Okay, what are the most important messages then, please, Spirit, for this new moon in Gemini, June the 5th, 2016? Most important messages, please. So the reading will be actually shorter. Most important messages. Oh, we've got the Magician. See, this is all about your power. Standing in your power. It's upright, that's lovely. This is ruled by Mercury as well. Gemini is, and Virgo is, I think, yeah. You know, but this can be a crossroads. But you know, it's coming in, and about timing. You know, okay, we do the reading, but with timing and 2 people and free will, it's really hard to pinpoint timing. It's the energies that are about, or the potential. It's the potential, and like I said before, you either get on that busty or you don't. You know, it's down to free will. So, but this is the energies that are around, and bearing in mind that the Sag full moons as well, it's all about truth. There's going to be a lot of things that were hidden coming to the surface where love's concerned, you know, because it needs to be cleared, because Mars is in Sag retrograding, and then I think for a whole month it goes into Scorpio retrograding, which is finishing up that old business that was done 2.5 years ago when Sag was in Scorpio. So that final month, I can't remember the dates, is it May to June something, but there's that final month that, you know, it's about clearing up the rest of it, so that we, you know, that you can move forward. But yeah, this is all about standing in your own power and believing in yourself. This is to me, this is the solar plexus, the yellow bit of the heart on the 1111. You know, the solar plexus is your power center. You've got to have a good amount of esteem, which Mars is all about assertiveness and esteem, to fulfill your life purpose. You know, you're here to fulfill a purpose, a mission. Only you can. You know, these are all your skills and talents, and you're unique. Nobody can do it like you can. And you know, you've got to know your path and know what those gifts and talents are, you know, and not to follow somebody else. Is to stand in your own power and recognize your own skills and talents, not to mimic others, is what I'm getting. And it can be a crossroads. So let's have a look. We're talking about love. Oh my goodness, yeah, 6 of Wands. I love this card. This is the victory card. The victory card. So you know, there's victory. That's when you get your victory, is your self-empowerment, feeling good about yourself, following your life purpose, using your skills and talents, you know, recognizing that. That's where you get your victory, because in love, we're talking about in love, but obviously, you know, your life purpose comes, life purpose and vocation are a little bit different. You know, your life purpose can evolve and change, like, you know, to be a mother, and then you go through that stage, and then you might have another life purpose. So, but your vocation is the bigger picture, and all those life purposes will be playing a part in the bigger picture of what you're here to do, really. So, but there's victory there, you see, to do with your life purpose, to do with your love lives. Can you see those? There we go. Oh, and it's to do with the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles has turned up again. He was in the was he in the new moon and the full moon? New moon, was it Aries, and full moon in Sagittarius? I know he came up in both of them. So see, the energies are still about. He's still there. You know, this is he's upright, so he's loyal, trusting. He's a good man. He's very down to earth. He's got his own kingdom. He's the king. You know, he's the king of his castle. Very earthly. So they're very successful in the material world. You know, and he's victorious. He's feeling victorious. And I think the other one was that he'd conquered some of the 5 of Cups, but this can represent anybody, really, male or female. Put it to whatever situation you want to. But you know, he comes under the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But he could be a Sagittarius, but he has a really strong element of earth in his chart. So yeah, you just don't know. But yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's like I said, very practical, very down to earth, and it's like a man's man. He's very, very creative, but on the physical level in that way. Oh my goodness, 4 of Wands. I love this card. You know, this is celebration. This can be anything, but it's an engagement, you know, a social gathering, community. It can be a wedding, a birth. It's real, something real to celebrate. Something real to celebrate is what I'm getting. Right, we've got first card in reverse. The nine of Wands in reverse. This is about, you know, she's the warrior princess and she's defending her ground, really. In reverse, it's about there's one last test. You see, the 9 is about one last spiritual test, because these are all your tests that you've gone through. You know, that fire energy again. There's one more test to go through, but it's in reverse. So is somebody refusing or feel they don't have the strength? You know, it's what's the story with the boat? No, the swimmer and the boats in the Atlantic Ocean or whatever, and you know, they're swimming to their goal to break a record. And then, you know, they're getting tired, and the people in the boat are saying, keep going, keep going, keep going, because this is the test before, this is nearly there. And I think I said on the other reading that he's got one more test, but this is a woman on this picture. You know, they're saying, keep going, but there's fog. And this person can't see because of the fog or the mist. And then you know, they give up because they're tired. That's this card. They give up because they're tired. So maybe you're thinking about giving up, that you're never going to find, you know, the right soulmate for you. Maybe you feel as though you're going to give up because there's one more test and you don't know if you've got the energy to do with this King of Pentacles. You know, so yeah, and they give up, and then literally 5 minutes later they would have reached their goal. So it's like, you know, don't give up on your miracle 5 minutes before it's going to happen. And then the 7 of Pentacles have come back up, but it's upright this time. So I think the 7 was, you know, maybe I said in one of them about a missed opportunity to collaborate with somebody, because we weren't sure what it was, but I can't remember it all. But yeah, so you know, in reverse it can be a missed opportunity to collaborate, because the 3's shinier than the 4. You know, you've done all you can, you've worked really hard, male or female, you've worked really hard, and it's you know, it's contemplation, thinking, well, what do I do, where do I go from here? It's about like reaping the rewards. It's like a harvest card where your love's concerned. That's what I'm saying. You know, you're nearly there, there's just one more test to go, and that's Saturn in Sag, the 2 new full moons in Sag. There's something that's going to be happening. Of course I'm doing this now, but you won't see this until the day after. But there's something you're waiting for. You don't know if you've got that inner strength to move forward, to do with this King of Pentacles. That goes back to those other 2 readings. Yeah, it's, you know, it's that 9 of Swords again. This is the one that's playing out for all of the year. It's you know, it's that mental exhaustion, but these are your thoughts. These are your thoughts around, you know, when am I going to get this happy ever after, whatever that is for you. But you know, there's a little cat down here, and the cat is about independence, and it's on the left side, so you need to be independent emotionally first, is what I'm getting. You know, you've got to go through breaking down this mental pattern. This is what everybody's working on this year, or most people, you know. Yeah, to do with the love lives, of course. And we've got the was that in reverse? It must have been. We've got the Empress in reverse. She was upright in the other one, like nurturing a relationship. So I'm getting a sense that when somebody's not, maybe somebody's turn, like gonna give up, like tried the nurturing, something like that, is about to give up, but the fog will lift. The fog, this represents the fog, is your thoughts. The fog will lift. And I just want to say about my readings, I do read them intuitively, you know, at the end of the day. Yes, there are meanings to the cards, but I tap into intuitively what they're telling me, and that can vary from reading to reading. But yeah, that's what it's saying to me, because they're both in reverse. So nurturing of oneself. Don't know if I've got the strength. That's how I'm feeling. Don't know if I've got the strength to going on. Is this the energy? Somebody or a few people are feeling this way. Because victory, but there is victory above. These are the wands, and there is victory. You know, there is victory around this this King of Pentacles. This is also represents Venus, but that's the connection. You know, so go back to those other videos, because there's eternal wisdom in these readings. It's not just for the moment. You know, there's wisdom that can be carried forward into the future. So yeah, it's to do with this Nine of Swords again. But let's pull some more cards out, because we're running out of time. And there we go. We've got the Page of Cups in reverse as well. This is new feelings, you know, a new beginning. Well, it's a message. I see them as messengers, because it's young energy. It's vibrant. It's, you know, she's carrying the fish, which can represent Pisces. You know, we're talking about Gemini energy. So, but there's a message that's not, yes, you know, there's a message not being delivered, nurturing. There's not a nurturing message because of this Nine of Swords. Shall I, shan't I? Do I, don't I? What if this? What if that? Analysing. This needs to stop. You've got to get back to your gut instincts. You've got to get back to nature and the cycles, is what I'm sensing. But that's what's going on. You know, do I deserve this? Do I deserve this? What I need, what I want, what I desire, is what it's saying. And there we go. This is like the fog, the moon. There's things, this is unconscious, things that are hidden. You know, this is Hecate, the goddess Hecate. She's got 3 keys, 3 wolves, which represents the moon. But it's upright. You have to trust your intuition when it's upright. And yeah, things are hidden. But you've got to go, you know, this represents maybe the full moon, because of the Sag thing. Truth's hidden, and it will come up between those two full moons. The truth will prevail, but that's what's going on underneath. Okay, let's have a look, see what these cards want to say. What are the most important messages, please, that complement this reading? Most important messages, please, for this Gemini new moon. New moons and new beginnings, you know, it's that cycle, something fresh, something coming in. Full moons are about releasing, so you would have just released something. Yeah, we got misfortune card come up again. Yeah, so, you know, it came up in the other reading, but misfortune is that Mars energy, you know, that fiery energy. So you need to tap in to your, you know, those tools, what you've learned, that self-development, and you know, your own wisdom and your own courage and confidence. Have confidence. Don't think that you're going to experience misfortune again, because that's the Nine of Swords, is what I'm getting. Yeah, your skills, or what you've learnt to do with relationships, you know, will help you. It will help you. You've got to have confidence. And the heart of the matter. Oh, it's a letter. Yeah, but it's someone doesn't feel strong enough. You know, upright, they're the warrior. Woof. I'm here, I'm ready. But somebody doesn't feel strong enough to send this message out. They feel they don't have the inner strength, because that's what's at the heart of the matter. But you know, that's to do with the thoughts around this King of Pentacles. So, and this goes down here. He's contemplating. He's thinking, okay, I've come this far. What shall I do now? The moon's going to be affecting his decisions. You know, he wants to send this message, but he feels, there's the message, he feels exhausted. There's one more test, you see, there's one more test. The test is around this Nine of Swords. There's one more test. In and around the environment, please, Spirit. Oh, unexpected joy. How lovely is that on the Six of Wands? Yeah, so there's going to be unexpected. You're not going to expect it. And joy can come in all different shapes and forms. So, you know, something that was misfortunate around your skills and talents, you know, you experienced misfortune, I don't know, because of whatever to do with your love life. You lost something. Maybe you lost something for being yourself, for actually showing your power, your inner power and your potential. And maybe because you was being true to yourself, somebody didn't like that. But you know, this unexpected joy is a victory. Something's coming something where there was misfortune and now there's going to be unexpected joy. So something that you lost, that can be anything, you know, that could be a home, that could be anything. Yeah, and the loss, I just said to do with the loss, and the loss, this is the loss card, but they're gambling. I think this King of Pentacles took a gamble and he lost. He took a gamble in love and he lost, is what I'm getting. I mean, that's, you know, to do with money and that, but I think it was to do with love. Took a gamble in love, and lost. Or for some people, you know, you've got to take it literally, that this person, you know, addictions are can be gambling. So you know, for some people that can be an addiction, but it's on him. But the unexpected joy is coming, and yet we've got a message. Well, this is a messenger, so this can be, it's a message, but this is a letter. So this is more concrete, as in, you know, probably a text message or a letter or a contract or something like that. Whereas this one's more a message. This can be a message from the universe, you see. Because we were talking about, you know, 11 and 11 makes 22, which is the universe card, which is a master's number. So maybe, excuse me, maybe this is a message from the universe, because he's on the world, you see, he's on the world card there. So need to look for signs about what this message could be. And that's to do with the Four of Wands, is what I'm getting. So maybe there was misfortune around a home situation, but you know, the universe has your back. There is unexpected joy coming, and we've got you know, somebody who's my apologies if you can hear the dogs barking. I'm trying to concentrate, and there you go. How many times can you ask somebody? But there you go. Right, so yeah, so this is about harvest time, you know, waiting for that to come in. And you know, this is somebody who's poorly, who's had enough. It's the body, you know, the body's worn out, the body is exhausted. So this is symbolically, it doesn't actually mean that you have to be, you know, literally on your back, like this one represents, but maybe to do with waiting for harvest to come in. But there is unexpected joy, there is victory, and this is some money, you see, but it's got a wallet and a purse on, so this is shared money. Something's keeping you up at night, is you're not sleeping, to do with money, is what I'm getting there, to do with money. And we've got the Judge, so yeah, judgment, like judgment, the scales, the Libra, the balancing, there's judgment around the high priestess, the Empress. You know, this can also be mother issues in reverse. You know, she does represent the mother, so it can be, you know, she's pregnant upright, ready to give birth, but she can represent the mother, so it can be around motherhood, a parent, you know, for some people. But this is to do with love, so it will be affecting your love lives around that situation. Something about judging money, something like that. Oh, we got the merriment card as well, but this is in reverse, so merriment isn't happening because either someone's poorly, something like that. Yeah, but this message needs to be sent. This message needs to be sent for this merriment and merriment card come up before. So someone's judging the situation. Someone's judging the situation from the Nine of Swords. It's that Nine of Swords again. And this is somebody who's alone. It's the Widow card, but it's somebody who's alone, somebody who's grieving after you know, hurt and a loss, because the Widow is about a loss, to do with the moon, to do with things that have been hidden, is what I'm getting. The loss to do with things that have been hidden. Right, let's do these, and then we'll pull a few cards quickly, and we'll pull a few cards on the King of Pentacles. So what are the most important messages, please, that complements this reading? But there is news coming. Someone's judging, unexpected joy, unexpected news. You're not going to expect it, but it brings victory after, you know, this king has experienced loss. Oh yeah, see, and that's the clover. And it's weird because I intuitively brought out the 4-leaf clover today. Okay, this one's green, but yeah, I intuitively brought out the clover. So, and the clover is on the misfortune and the magician, you know, so it's your skills and talents that bring you luck, that get you in the flow and bring you luck where your love life's concerned, and turns this misfortune around, really. But yeah, I just knew I needed to bring that out because I wanted to put that positive energy for you. And this is like, your hands is in your road is in the hands of the gods, so to speak. So what's at the heart of the matter? Oh yeah, there's a delay, see, there's a delay, but there's a delay on the message, the letter, correspondence, because this is, somebody doesn't feel strong enough. It's next to somebody in bed. Somebody doesn't feel strong enough. This King of Pentacles doesn't feel strong enough. They feel weak to send this message, is what I'm getting, because this card represents a strength card as well, because it's a test. You know, it's a test. This is stagnant situations. It's a test of somebody to do with money. They're scared of losing their money. They're scared of taking a gamble where love's concerned and losing their money. That's what I'm getting. This King of Pentacles. We've got the Child. Unexpected joy. Oh, and that's a baby. So, victory. So for anybody, this Gemini, oh, it could be twins. So if you're not wanting babies, I would say be careful. But this is unexpected joy. So that's what I'm saying. And it's a child, it's a baby, and victory. But it would be seen as a blessing. But it could be the Gemini, so twins, like I was saying. You know, it's that deep bond like twins have, that knowingness. So it could be that. It's what I got straight away, so I'm putting it out there. Yeah, we've done that, yeah. So, but this is, you know, this is like the destiny card. So this would be destined for some of you. This would be destined. Some of you might be finding out that you're pregnant. But yeah, it's about a loss for him around money. You know, but that is something he's meant to experience. So, you know, it's an experience, isn't it? We can't avoid experiences. Yeah, this is definitely a message. Definitely a message concerning, you know, an invitation. An invitation. We've got two. We've got a message and a letter. So it is a physical, actual physical letter message. You know, it's not pie in the sky. And this invitation brings good luck. Yeah. And this is movement, you see. This person needs to get off their backside. Sorry to be so harsh. You know, they're playing the victim. Are they playing the victim? They need to take action. They need to get things moving. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for life to show up. Go out and get it, is what I'm getting. Go out and get it. Oh, and this is to do with a man. So I think it's to do with the king. This invitation goes back to the king, and he wasn't confident enough about sending it. So that energy is still about. He's thinking. He's concerned about a loss about money, because he's got wealth. He might have wealth of finances, but does he have wealth of heart? He's being tested. You know, this is all on the mental level. It's him around some money. So it's to do with money, a money issue. Oh, sorry, is what I'm getting. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to join up because I haven't finished. And then the tree is all about vitality, you see. I'm sure it came up on the Empress before. And that's about, see, that's about pregnancy. It's about new life, a new beginning. Someone's judging the situation. Maybe having to go to court. There's a delay around something, but there is vitality. This is vitality card, so it's going to be okay. Something's going to be okay. And then this is about, you know, this is about stability. So this is about stability and merriment. That's what it will bring in. But these need to be reversed. These need to go upright, you see. So what's going on underneath? Yeah, it's something's nibbling away. You know, it's a robber mouse. It's a robber mouse. You know, don't stay in the grieving stage. You know, trust your intuition. It's upright. Don't be in the moonstruck stage or something like that. Yeah, it's about negotiations. You know, it's a robber. It's a thief. Trying to steal something. So not too sure. Anyway, let's see what these cards say about the King of Pentacles, please. It's the most important messages about the King of Pentacles. Oh, the Temperance card. So this is a Sagittarius card. So I think possibly, like I did mention, that this person might be, or maybe I thought it and didn't say it, but, you know, he could come under the star sign of Sagittarius, but he's very earthly, practical, down-to-earth guy, because the Temperance card is all about, you know, turning your lead into gold. It's about blending. And that's what he's scared of, but it is his destiny. But he's so attached to the material world. He's so scared of losing. This is a general reading. It will be this way for some and not for others. You know, it's not reading for everybody. But he's so scared of losing a loss to do with money. He doesn't want to do this. He's scared of doing this. and he's the one putting a hold to do with his thoughts and around some money that's already happened. He's delaying this new message of love coming in that would bring merriment and security, because he's judging the situation. He's judging the Empress, is what I'm getting. But yeah, this is about listening to your heart and mind. It's about balance. And yeah, around the Five of Wands, and I think the Five of Wands was there in reverse with the Five of Cups up there in one of the readings, but I can't remember which king it was then. But yeah, this is, see, this is the one on these cards. This is you've got all your dragons, you've got your inner demons. I see it as the Avatar film and talk, the shadow, where he has to, you know, the one that rules them all, you know, he has to go above. In other words, see it from he needs to see it from a different perspective to conquer these thoughts, around money, is what I'm getting. That, you know, he's got to balance it. That's you know. And then he would be that warrior. He would be that soldier. He would have the energy. He would have the energy to get on his horse, like I just said, get off his backside, or she, and be the warrior, be the soldier, and take some action. But they're not, because she's in bed. He is in bed to send this message. So it's the same story being played out. So what's the most important messages, please, romance angels? Most important messages, please, because I've got to put the introduction on here as well. You deserve love. You are lovable. You know, this person deserves love, but I just feel he's denying himself. He's going back and forward in his mind, you know, but you deserve love. There's got to be lightness, there's got to be playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. You know that you're lovable, and that's what that card is about. You know, be confident in who you are as a person, but be very, very light, you know, because it will scare him away. It will scare him away if you do anything too heavy. He's scared. He's in two minds. Money is occupying his mind. He's worried. He's worried about losing his money. You know, you've got to be light, you've got to be playful. For all this might be happening with somebody that you know around you, and it goes back again to the Mars retrograde one, which is about getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. But maybe you have to do it in a playful way. You know, you might have to do it in a playful way. For anybody new coming in, well, we've got the reconciliation card that's coming up underneath. So, you know, there's going to need to be negotiations about something that's been hidden, and the time that, you know, you've spent grieving over this situation, really. And like I said before, reconciliation can be, one of my subscribers said, I read the comments, and she said, you know, she's got courage enough to, she's accepted somebody back in, and she's got courage enough not to name it, and just to see how it plays out, to be in the moment, and whether it's a long-term soulmate or not, then she doesn't know. So, you know, that's good. It's a good attitude to adopt, because of this Mars retrograde as well, in Sag. But Sag will be bringing the truth to the surface, and you know, this is a reconciliation. So for some it will be just to heal, somebody's coming back in just to heal, and then, you know, you're both healed, you've sorted something, and you move on from each other. And then there will be others that, you know, there is a reconciliation, and the purpose of that reconciliation is to mend and sort things out, negotiate about the things that were hidden, which is to do with the Mass, the Mars, the Tower again, so that, you know, you can unite. But like I said, you know, you have to take your time. Even if you can't just sweep things under the carpet, you can't just sweep them back under there. Things need to be dealt with, and you've got to get to know each other properly, by sharing your innermost self, because that will deepen the bond. You know what I said in the Mars retrograde one, if you watched it. If not, go and watch it, because that cycle's quite a long time. But yeah, there's why this is happening, all this is happening, and the test, you see, which is being prevented because of the thoughts, is to do with the reconciliation. If you want to ask your questions now. Oh my goodness. Right. I thought it would be a long one. I needed to get in because Spirit wanted me to the beginning. So what's the most important message, please? As much as you can as a collective. The yes keeps coming up. The yes exclamation mark keeps coming up. So it's a yes. You know, it's a yes to what's been said here. It's a yes for you, whatever you've asked, really. But ask for help from others is what's underneath. So to do with this reconciliation, you know, ask for help from others. Sorry if you didn't see all the cards. And then let's see what Archangel Michael wants to say. I was going to pull some healing cards to see what they said, but see what Archangel Michael wants to say. A favourable outcome. Thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. And I will be doing an Archangel Michael reading on Thursday in Glastonbury. And then let's just end with these cards. What would you like to whisper? You know, he's holding the scales. He's holding the scales. Number 11, the Justice. Well, in most of the packs it is. It's difference between the Strength and Justice. Some it's 8 and some it's 11, and sometimes it's the other way around. You know, to get the ultimate partner, justice needs to happen. And then what's the most important message, please? The full moon in Sag will not be as long. I knew this one would be. Receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something loving from others is a way of showing love. So, you know, this unexpected joy is about receiving. Let's have a quick look. Oh, I've got to go. My sisters won't like me. A simple consideration is to be courteous when someone is trying to give us something. So when someone's trying to give us something, the angels encourage us to be able to graciously receive. The Empress in reverse, she's about receiving. Abundance, she's about. Graciously receive as an act of kindness. Allow someone the opportunity to express love by accepting what someone wants to do or give to you. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, I think that was a lovely reading. Long because I needed to get in what I needed to get in, because Spirit had already given me that download. Yeah, please put your thumbs up share and subscribe. It's your gift back to me. I do have, for those, because the subscriber suggested it, I do have a now support my channel button, which is buy me a coffee, if they're of value, if the readings are of value to you. Okay then, I wish you lots of love. Namaste.